What's up, y'all? So today we're gonna be making a smoked salsa. We're gonna keep it to a mild to medium heat because my wife, she doesn't like food that's that spicy. I prefer really spicy food, but because we want her to enjoy it as well, we'll make it mild to medium. So the ingredients we're gonna need today is 5 tomatoes, half a yellow onion is what we're gonna be using. You can use white or red onion if you prefer. We just happen to use yellow onion. You'll need half a lime as well. You're gonna need a little bit of cilantro. I'm gonna have 3 jalapenos. 2 of those we're gonna cut in half into vein, just to cut down that heat and add in the flavor. And then we're also gonna have 1 Serrano, as well as 1 garlic. One thing I do like doing is taking some avocado oil, putting it in a little spray bottle, and spraying down the tomatoes and onions and garlic, everything essentially, while it's smoking, because we're gonna have this on the smoker for 2 hours. We don't want it to dry out. So by spraying it down with some avocado oil or olive oil or whatever oil choice that you decide to use, it will keep that from happening and keep them from drying out. We'll go ahead and get into cutting and prepping our salsa. I'll show you how we're gonna do that, and then we'll get it out, get it on out to the grill and get things going. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get our cilantro and pepper set to the side. We'll start off with our tomatoes. And very simply, we're just gonna cut these right in half. Just like so. All right, now that we got the tomatoes cut, we'll go ahead and cut half a yellow onion. And we're actually going to, after we cut it in half, we'll cut it in half one more time to turn it into quarters. All right, now that we got our onion cut as well, we'll go ahead and get our peppers. It's gonna be our 3 jalapenos and our 1 Serrano. The cilantro and the lime we'll use towards the end once we blend everything up. And I'll show you how we do that when we get to that point. So the way I like to do my peppers that I cut in half, we'll literally just cut the stem right off, and then we'll go straight down the middle long ways. I also like to take a spoon and devein it. Usually you can get it in about 1 to 2 little scrapes like so. You can get as much of that out that you want. You can leave some of the seeds, or you can take them all out. Just like so. Do that for this other one here. I cut that one a little funky, to be honest. Yeah, since I cut that one so funky, we're gonna have a little pepper like so. Either way, it's no big deal. It's mainly for flavor, not really for the heat. And that's how we do our peppers. And lastly, we're going to do our garlic. It'll be the last thing we have on our smoker. I like to leave the entire thing whole, but I just like to cut off the top just a little bit to allow that smoke flavor to get into our garlic cloves. So we just cut it like that, take off most of the peel, and we're gonna stick it on the smoker just like this. All right, now that we got everything cut, we're gonna get the smoker up to temperature, and we'll get these put on. All right, so we got the pellet grill up to temperature and ready to go. Let's go ahead and get these put on. So we are shooting both of the salsa videos in one day, but we are going to split these up just to make it more coherent. But I like to keep all of my tomatillos and tomatoes upright, and this keeps them from drying out. And we'll also be spraying these with the avocado oil to keep them from drying out as well. And for the onions and the peppers and garlic, I'd like to put them on a little tray like this. And we just set them on the colder side of the smoker, and we'll just let them go. All right, guys, this has been about 45 minutes, maybe a little closer to an hour. I've come out here once and went ahead and sprayed, but we're gonna go ahead and show you kind of how I spray them, and we'll just take a quick peek at everything. So those tomatoes and tomatillos and everything looking really nice. They're starting to get that smoke on them, and these peppers are starting to curl up. They're actually looking really nice. This garlic here still can go a little longer, and so we can soften that up because you want it real nice and soft. But we just go ahead and I got this nice little spritz bottle. I can go ahead and put a link on from Amazon. I think it was like $9-10 bucks. I came with like 2 of them, and it works out perfect. But it's as simple as that. We're gonna go ahead and let these go on for another 30 minutes to an hour. This is going a little faster than typical. It typically takes about 2 hours, but we might have this off in the next 30 minutes. Now we're gonna go ahead and take a last look at these. These are actually looking completely done and perfect. Some nice color on there. Even got a little bit of char on the jalapenos, which is perfect because that adds a lot of flavor to it. And our garlic is actually nice and squishy now. So I'm gonna go ahead and get all this off, and we'll take it inside and turn it into salsa. All right, we got everything inside now for the smoked salsa here. We're gonna get everything put into the blender, and we'll get our cilantro cut up, as well as our half a lime that we're gonna do. And just a little side note with the garlic, we typically ourselves use about 3 to 4 cloves within, this guy here. So you don't have to use all of the garlic. If you're not fond of garlic, just use a little bit. If you love garlic, you can always use more. But literally you just take your tomatoes, onions, all your peppers, and just put them all in here all at one time and get a nice blend on them. Now, if you would like, you can go ahead and take off all the tomato skins. We don't, because it just gets all blended up. You don't even realize they're there, because some people are kind of finicky about it, and they really like to take off those tomato skins. But we have plenty of room left, so we're going to be able to go ahead and get some cilantro cut up. Go ahead and get our garlic in there and our lime. Just had to get me a towel. One thing I do like to do is I like to take my limes and I like to roll them out. And this allows those juices to get freed up, and it's a lot easier to squeeze. We'll get that rolled. We're gonna go ahead and cut it right in the middle. You can do quarters if you prefer. And I obviously really need to sharpen my knife. Just take half. We'll squeeze it off in there. Get as much of it as you can. Beautiful. We're gonna go ahead and get a couple cloves here. Typically like to use about 3 decent sized ones like that. Once they're all smoked and whatnot, they're pretty easy to get taken apart, and you see just how squishy they are. It's gonna be amazing. All right, we got 3 of them there. And we're just gonna take a little bit of cilantro off here. Cilantro can be quite strong, so just be careful about how much you use. Some people really love it. And I mean, I like it, but it can be very overbearing. Just be aware of that. All right, just get a little bit of dicing action in there. We'll let the blender do the rest of it. Go ahead and get our lid on. And this is a brand new blender, so still trying to figure out how this one works. All right, we're just gonna go ahead and put a little bit of salt in. You can do it to taste. Some people like it saltier, some don't. I'm kind of right in the middle. My wife is very light on salt, so I'm gonna go on the lighter side for her. And we'll probably do just about that, and we'll do everything else to taste once we serve this. Now that we have everything blended up and our salsa made and poured into our vessel here, we'll go ahead and get the girls next, and we'll go ahead and do a taste test. We'll be right back. All right, guys, well, we're here for our taste test. I got my daughter and her friend, very special guest, to go ahead and taste test this for us. Girls, y'all go ahead and dig in and tell me what you think.
Oh, I think so.
Well, you're gonna have to find out.
Apparently, I was wrong. Double thumbs up.
Good? Awesome. Well, that's it for the smoked salsa. I appreciate y'all hanging out and watching. And y'all know what to do. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, what they said. Peace.